All right, so this is activity 1, and you have this table here in your workbook, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on with this table. So this part right here says each person gets blank pounds of blueberries. Here are the things that are going to go in each of those blanks. So you're going to solve for when each person gets more than 1 pound of blueberries, gets exactly 1 pound of blueberries, less than 1 pound of blueberries, and a half a pound of blueberries, okay? Over here are the different situations. So for example, blank people share 7 pounds of blueberries. Blank people share blank pounds of blueberries. Three people share blank pounds of blueberries. Blank people share blank pounds of blueberries. So your job is going to be to fill in these blanks with numbers that make sense. Now this check mark here lets you know what your answer is supposed to be. So in this case, on this one, it says blank people share 7 pounds of blueberries. You want the answer that every single person is going to get more than 1 pound of blueberries. Here, you want blank people sharing exactly 1 pound of blueberries each. So they're not going to share 1 pound of blueberries, but it's going to be each person's going to get 1 pound of blueberries. And you have to figure out how many people there are and how many pounds there are. 3 people are going to share how many pounds of blueberries to get everyone having less than 1 pound. And each person here is going to, here, you are going to say how many people are going to share how many pounds of blueberries, where everyone gets exactly half a pound of blueberries. All right, that sounds like a lot, so go ahead and pause right now and explain to your partner what this chart means. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little bit of this chart together before you and your partner go ahead and work together. So the first thing that I want to focus on is what we can do to make sure that each person gets exactly 1 pound of blueberries. So we're going to focus on this second row right here. So I want you to think to yourself, what numbers can we write in the blanks so that each person will get exactly 1 pound of blueberries? So what number could go here and what number could go here so that each person will get exactly 1 pound of blueberries? Think about that. All right, so you've thought about that, and here are some examples that you may have said. So you may have said that 4 people can share 4 pounds of blueberries. Okay, you may have said that. You also may have said that 6 people can share 6 pounds of blueberries. You also might have gotten really adventurous and said that 100 people can share 100 pounds of blueberries. So I want you to think to yourself about what all of those numbers that I just put in the blanks have in common. All right, so what is true is each blank had the same number, okay? So I had 100 and 100, and I had 7 and 7, or 6 and 6, 2 and 2. So I had the same number in each blank. So why do the numbers in the blanks have to be the same? So hopefully what you were thinking was that in order for each person to exactly get 1 pound of blueberries, the number of people sharing has to be the same as the number of pounds of fruit. So think about this. If I've got 100 people and 100 pounds, it's really easy to give each person a pound. That's the only way I can give everybody a pound. So you guys are now going to go ahead and work with your partner and fill in these last blanks, okay? So you are going to find out how many people share 7 pounds of blueberries, where everyone gets more than 1 pound. You're going to figure out how many pounds of blueberries 3 people share so that everyone gets less than 1 pound of blueberries. And you are going to figure out how many people share how many pounds of blueberries to get half a pound of blueberries each. All right, so you are going to go ahead and work with your partner now for the next 5 minutes. So you guys are going to set a timer for 5 minutes. And if you guys end up needing more time, you are working at your own pace. So that is perfectly fine. All right. So I'm going to go over this table with you. So let's take a look here. How many people share 7 pounds of blueberries for every person to get more than 1 pound? Okay. Well, let's think about this. If 7 people shared 7 pounds of blueberries, everybody would get exactly 7 pounds. What if only 4 people shared 7 pounds of blueberries? Well, let's think about this. If 4 people share 7 pounds of blueberries, that means I have 7 pounds of blueberries divided among 4 people. And that is going to give me the fraction 7/4. Okay? I can see that with 7/4, it is an improper fraction. Improper fractions are always greater than 1. I can also see that I have 4/4 plus 3/4 equals 1 3/4. So each person would get 1 3/4 pound. So as long as your number right here is less than 7, you're good, because that means everybody will get more than 1 pound of blueberries. So your number that you picked needs to be less than 7. All right, let's take a look here. 3 people are sharing how many pounds of blueberries so that everybody gets less than 1 pound. Okay, so I have 3 people, and I know that if I give 3 people 3 pounds of berries, each of them is going to get 1 pound of berries, right? 3 people, 3 pounds, each person gets a pound. So what I can do though is, what if I have only 2 pounds of berries? Is everybody going to get 1 pound of berries? No, because I only have 2 pounds of berries and I have 3 people. So if I look at that mathematically, that's taking 2 pounds, dividing it by 3 people, and I'm getting the fraction 2/3. So that means every person would get 2/3 pounds of berries. So as long as you have a 2 or a 1 here, so if they shared 1 pound of berries, 2 divided by 1, I'm sorry, my bad. Scratch that. 1 pound divided by 3 people would be 1/3 pound of berries each person, okay? So if you put a 2 or a 1 here, you are correct. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last one. How many people would share how many pounds of blueberries for everybody to get half a pound of blueberries exactly? All right, so let's think about this. Half a pound would be 2 groups of 2. I'm sorry, a full pound would be 2 groups of 2 if I'm breaking them into half. Would be, yes. So what I want to do is, let's see, I'm going to draw a picture really quick for this one. I'm just going to draw right here. Okay, so I have half a pound, okay. Let's have another half pound and another half pound. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and give this guy half a pound, this girl half a pound, this person half a pound, and this guy half a pound. Okay, so each of them have half a pound. Well, that's 4 people, and that's 1 plus 1. That's 2 pounds of berries. Well, what if I wanted to throw in another pound? 3 pounds of berries and 6 people. 6, 3. Look here, 4 people, half as many pounds of berries. 6 people, half as many pounds of berries. So if I go ahead, 2 divided by 4 equals 2/4, which can be reduced in simplest form to 1/2. So if I have twice as many people as I have blueberries, I'm good. So as long as this number is 2 times as big as this number, you are correct. All right. So now let's go ahead and think about this. How many pounds of blueberries did each person get when they got more than 1 pound of blueberries? Well, that's pretty obvious. They got more than 1 pound. Okay? How many pounds of blueberries did each person get when they got less than 1 pound of blueberries? Well, that question kind of answers itself again. They got less than 1 pound of blueberries. All right. So that is all we have for activity 1 together. But you are going to now work with your partner to answer these 3 questions. So think about what we talked about. And you are going to split your note paper into 3 sections. And this you guys are going to do together. I am not going to check this with you. So you guys are going to talk and you guys are going to decide what is true about all the pairs of numbers that were used when each person got less than 1 pound of blueberries. Here you're going to write what is true about all the pairs of numbers that were used when each person got more than 1 pound of blueberries. And you're going to write about what is true about all the pairs of numbers that were used when each person got exactly half a pound of blueberries. Think about this with your partner. Think about the conversation that I had with you when I went over this chart and all the different possibilities of numbers I talked about. I said that as long as this number is less than 7, everyone was going to get more than a pound of blueberries. I talked about how as long as this number was less than 3, everybody was going to get less than 1 pound of blueberries. I talked about how as long as you had twice as many people as you had pounds of blueberries, everyone was going to get exactly half. So think about what has to be true about those numbers and explain this with your partner in these 3 spaces. When you guys are done with that, you guys are ready to move on to activity 2.